What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chaos Commentary. I know it has been a while. I have missed you guys so much. I've just been absolutely busy and lots of crazy things are happening, but that's okay. But I wanted to bring this video to you because I'm very interested in it, which is Markiplier is actually making the Iron Lung movie. Now, Iron Lung, for those who do not know, is a horror game that's set in a dystopian future where humanity struggles for survival after an event known as the Quiet Rapture, causing all stars and habitable planets to disappear, leaving only a convict to navigate a blood ocean inside of a rusty submarine. And the thing that I know about this game is that you have to take pictures to basically see what kind of life is down there, and it also helps you navigate the sub so you don't crash into different walls as you're going down through the paths. And it's more of, like I mentioned, a horror game, and I'm always a sucker for those, especially playing through Resident Evil, Phasmophobia, Mortuary Assistant, Demonologist. Recently, with my girlfriend, I've been playing through Panicore as well, which I think is really, really fun. And for all those who haven't tried it out yet, definitely try out Panicore. It's definitely really, really fun. But now they're actually thinking about making a movie starring Markiplier in Iron Lung. So I'm very curious to see about this, and I'm super excited, not only because of the potential for it to be a horror film, but also the story aspect for Iron Lung. So, and I hope Markiplier remains faithful to it. So if you guys want to see that movie come out, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, so that way then you know all the updates that are coming out, as well as for musical commentary or anything else that you want me to cover. And with that being said, let's watch.
I see that question in your eyes. For what purpose do we remain alone in the dark?
Beginning the descent. Cruising depth in roughly 2 minutes. Stand by.
I ask myself that very same question.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities on the instrument, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Why would there be flames? You did test this thing, right?
This is the test. Closing porthole shielding.
Where's the reason for this quiet rapture? Too few to rebuild, too many to feed.
You're the first one down. All we have are surface scans, that's why you're there. Well, one of the reasons.
Can we just agree this is important? Food, air. We need this, not just the COI, all of us. We need this.
There aren't enough of us left to be throwing lives away, but there is too much at stake not to take calculated risks. Eden doesn't understand that. You don't understand that!
I just want to live. Is that so wrong? Why doesn't anybody else want that?
Wow. Okay. So right away within that trailer, there's a lot that's jam-packed, especially at the very beginning when you see like the images that are kind of coming across for like the scans and everything, and they're giving a lot of detail in terms of like with the sub itself. I mean, that looks pretty accurate to the game because it's made out of like scrap metal, and it's really, really interesting just to kind of like see that kind of like this clip in general. I mean, you also have the sub itself, and yes, that it is a convict. Hopefully it is like the producer is gonna be David. I don't know how to say his last name, and I apologize if I butcher it. Szymanski. I'm sorry if I butchered your name there, but I hope he's executive producing on this film, because that technically would mean that he would get the final say of what says for Iron Lung for the movie. I'm never heard of Andrew Holstolt. Okay, so he's doing the Iron Lung film. He did New Blood Interactive, for games like Dusk, Quake, Champions, and Doom Eternal. Whoa. Okay. And then he also did Duke Nukem 3D remake. That was the canceled the canceled project with Frederick Schreiber in 2013. No, that's actually like really good to hear that they got someone who does like video game music to do that, because that's really actually important for such an accredited film like this that they're making. And then you also see, like, I don't know who that is. Maybe it's more into the story of Iron Lung that I have to look up. But I don't know who that is, unless that's an ex-convict or somebody who's trying to do the trials with our convict Mark. I love the little scanner that's right over here, because I know that's a huge thing of trying to figure out the scanner of like when you're hitting into something, or it's a Leviathan like creature class kind of little thing. A lot of this just looks really well shot. I love the blood on the floor. Even so, like some of the imaging, the numbers here look great. Like I said, even when you see him get like jostled around and everything, it like this looks like honestly like a perfect trailer, and I'm like super happy with that. Yeah, I think I would definitely watch it when it comes out. I just don't know when, if I am gonna be watching it like on the 30th of January, but I definitely, like I said, would like to see it. Again, super pumped, huge horror fan. I am excited to see kind of not only what it has to bring for just a small crew that's doing this, but also just super excited to see some really talented artists actually do some really good work. And hopefully, honestly, I hope that it's better than a lot of the horror films that we see nowadays, because don't get me wrong, horror is at an all-time high right now. But the thing that is a little frustrating is when they constantly like they're using the same kind of tricks that they have, whether it's like characters, whether it's like just trying to grab a cash cow and do that. It's a little bit annoying because you want to see something original, you want to see something new and intriguing, and I think the Iron Lung movie has the availability to do that, and I'm super excited for it. I think even with such a small little cast, that I think you can do volumes of quality over quantity and actually creating a film that the fans want. And that's the big key importance, because if you cannot satisfy the fan base, then nothing will be satisfied for that. And I know the fan base can be picky, but they're purposely being picky because they're invested in it. They're invested in the story. They want to see this actually come true. Just like how the Call of Duty movie was supposed to happen. And the 115 film, I should say. And how all these big companies right now are trying to grab onto these video games because they have such a dedicated fan base that they want to tell the stories. But there's a difference between telling the story in one perspective and then telling it the right way, the correct way, the one that the fans would want. And I think with just this trailer alone, like, even if you look at the likes and dislikes, you have 145,000 dislikes. Yeah, you have 754 dislikes, but like the ratio to that is insane. And I think that's like really, really important. Because technically, right now, if I do the math on this, literally per 590 likes, you have one dislike, which that's insane. And that's really good. especially for like this just being a small trailer for that's a minute long. That's what you want, is you want people to be engaged. You want people to be excited for it and be happy for it. Like I said, for me, I've seen Markiplier's gameplay of Iron Lung. I've seen a bunch of other people play Iron Lung. I'm super excited for when this comes out. I hope you guys are ready for it too, because I'm sure it's gonna be fathoms better than a lot of horror films that we're getting nowadays, and I hope you will join me in the depths when the movie comes out. Thank you guys so much for watching another Chaos Commentary. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, please make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you won't miss an upload, especially to join the Chaos Army. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, let the chaos reign, my friends. Peace out.